Hello!
Hello, we return.
Yup. We return to Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time we left off, we were reading poems.
Speaking of that, I just remembered, I was like, oh yeah, you did the thing when you were editing the video, so I just pulled up the text document.
Oh, yeah.
I can read them if you want to when we get to, like, the next poem thing.
Okay.
Or, I mean, I can read them if you want me to.
Yes. Because, you know, your character wrote them, so...
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You can use the skip button to fast forward the text you've already read, in case you're going through another route, you know?
Hey, yay.
Rudy!
As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Rudy loves this game.
Yay.
Okay. I guess I'm next then.
This is basically blind for Ara, by the way.
Yeah.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your own poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori!
Even Orion liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Eh? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. Brody's also playing Doki Doki. Brute was saying he was using his real name, so we had some good chuckles with the early game dialogue.
Yeah.
They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean! Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Orion. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Orion lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Thanks.
Natsuki?
It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. Just curious, who have you catered the poems to so far? We didn't do it on purpose, but so far it's all been Sayori. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. This seems like an appropriate time to read the poem, unless there is one already. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it.
You could probably read it right now.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. So these are basically the two poems we wrote before if we just strung the words together and inserted a few words in between. Yuri really likes Brute's poems. So your poems are all depressing then. Or dark. Alright, these are the two poems we wrote in the last video. Whisper, an unrequited promise, blissful peace unending, existence of happiness in fantasy, boop, dance, twirl, poof, fireflies, determination, candy friends, fluffy, sparkle clouds. And then the next poem is,
Boop, dance, twirl.
Starscape, extraordinary and precious, warm, shiny, pink. Destiny is fickle unless you're lucky, an unrestrained journey for a promise. Imagination makes games in the universe. Wonderful bubbles! Vanilla, anime cry.
Clap, 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 clap. Brute says his are depressing and vaguely violent. Wonderful bubble, vanilla, anime crying. Okay.
Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
I was taking a drink of coffee, sorry.
Okay.
The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Humph. Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. Brute really doesn't like Natsuki for whatever that's worth. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little.
That's why I'm giving her my Wenchi voice.
While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again.
You're gonna do it again at the festival.
Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, I'm doing it in front of other people. Doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. Brute says, friends is a strong word. I'd say more your mild acquaintances.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Ah, yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll prepare planning tomorrow, or we'll finish... Screw up. Okay, as for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this.
Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monika, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep! Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well... how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Orion. You don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
Ah, no wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that?
Would you walk home with her?
You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well...
Which one?
Your pick. Well, on the other hand, we've pretty much been Sayori route all the way so far, so we might as well stick with that.
Alrighty.
Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Bruce's like, Yuri! In all caps.
Sorry. Eh? But... She's so beautiful, smart.
I picked Yuri. I always pick Yuri, he says. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You're so silly, Orion. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to, so... Wanted it, so...
Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. I am dense as a brick, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time?
More poem?
So, do you think we should just like intentionally make a Sayori poem at this point?
Probably.
Let's say pleasure.
Oh, Yuri liked that one.
Okay, watch me like fail at this. Maybe we should save. Actually.
Save. Okay.
So this is the trick, is like, let's try and pick the ones that we think she would like. I think she liked Lucky.
Do you wanna write these down as we're picking them?
Sure. What did you just pick?
Pleasure.
Pleasure, Lucky.
Lucky.
I think she likes that one, yeah.
Lucky!
She likes we got a hint earlier that she likes emotion and like emotions, even stuff that might be sad, so she might like tears.
Yep.
Sayori is all simple emotions, yeah. Just blatant emotions. Excitement?
Excitement. Yep.
Almost knocked my mic over.
Oh.
Fun.
Fun!
Let's just do boop.
Boop!
Just cuz.
Sadness.
Kawaii.
Kawaii. No. Natsuki liked that one.
Oh yeah, she likes cute things.
I think she also, Natsuki likes shiny, so...
She likes animals too. Judgment?
Oh. I really like that one.
I thought that might be, but that's okay. Love.
Love. Hit me!
Pick it.
Okay, I'm regretting Sayuri route now. I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm kidding. Anyway.
Giggle?
Giggle! Oh, nope.
Hmm.
Cry.
Yeah.
Yuri.
It might be.
Yuri's the
Trying to
one
tell
she
you Yuri's
wrote.
the one you wrote. It might be fear.
Yep.
Doki Doki.
Wanna do that one?
Yeah. Okay, well.
Bliss.
Yes.
Or lust.
Go with bliss. Climax Kappa. Laugh.
Yep. Unstable might be...
I think you're right.
Nope, nope, that was Yuri. Brute.
Grief?
Especially since the previous page had lust on it.
Yeah.
So, grief.
Yeah. I have a billion unnecessary sex jokes going through my head now. You're
Yep.
welcome. Root.
Cheer?
Happy.
Or happiness. There we go.
I think that's pretty good.
Oh man. I'm the last one here again.
Don't worry, I just walked in too.
Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. But I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food.
You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden.
Monica, don't they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? I didn't say I didn't like it. I'm having a hard time tonight. I didn't say I didn't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you, of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay?
Is that a joke about how sometimes you can't just straight up translate a joke from Japanese into English because it won't make sense to an English audience at all?
Yeah, I think so. Because that's happened before in translations.
Rude. It's meta! Do you get it? Meta bullshit. Yes, that is exactly what that was.
Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me.
Where is Sayori, anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face.
Eh?
You're spacing out again.
Sorry.
This game is one of the few that Brute lets get away with meta bullshit.
Yeah. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else.
Huh. Is everything alright?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things.
Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see?
Sayori shows me a big smile.
Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone.
Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Too late, you already distracted me. Feel bad! Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monika, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk.
Orion, what's up?
Hey, this might sound a little strange, but... have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently?
Anything up with her? In what way do you mean?
Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today.
Oh? You think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her.
Monika peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk.
Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking... But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Ryan. You certainly know her a lot better than I do.
Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now.
No. It's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you see? Or, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself.
Eh? Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone.
Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest.
Person of interest? What do you mean by that?
Are you really that dense?
Huh?
I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Orion.
Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion?
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know?
Eh?
She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her.
What? God! No way! Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been.
You're so funny, Orion. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful?
In this run, it really seems like main character guy is dense as a bag of bricks. In Brute's run, it just felt like main character guy just wasn't interested because Yuri exists.
Because that's just how she is when she's around you. I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know, anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now.
Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. Very accurate. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika.
Okay, everyone.
After some time passes, Monika calls out to the class clubroom. Blah.
Why don't we share our poems now?
Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori.
Okay, I guess we'll talk to Monika first.
Yeah.
Hi, Ryan. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people... I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure. I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands, and it goes... Pleasure, lucky tears, excitement, fun, boop, sadness, kawaii, judgment, love aura, giggle, cry in fear, doki doki, bliss, laugh, unstable, grief, happiness.
Dot, dot, dot. It's kind of funny.
How so?
No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Sayori's poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you?
I guess you could say that.
Kawaii! Cry in fear, doki doki!
Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again.
I see, I see. That reminds me. How about about how Sayori's been a little bit off today.
Yeah? Did she tell you something?
Well... Ryan, you haven't been flirting with her, have you?
Of course not! I've been treating her like I always do.
Alright. Just making sure. I know how much you care about her.
10 out of 10, best poem ever.
It would be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. I'm not a creeper at all. Sayori's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden?
It says, I said some of the dialogue is really funny to read when it uses my real first name, but that also makes some of the dialogue really hard for me to read.
Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
Alright.
The Lady Who Knows Everything. Oh. Okay. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind, Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilit sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind.
A bit somber, but at least it is more, like, it's a lot less nonsensical than her previous poem.
Yeah. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, have you ever read Edgar Allan Poe? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone else. Or than anyone. Yeah.
You mean one-dimensional?
Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think?
Yeah, like constructive criticism instead of just, hey, this is great, or hey, this sucks. It's like, hey, this is bad because this, and this, but it is good in this sense.
Yeah. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.